Hi everyone, it's Eileen from There's a Crafty Idea, and I am here with a little craft with me. But first of all, happy mail! I've got my first happy mail. Now it's from my lovely sister Amanda. Hi Mandy. She sent me this. I've been giving her bits and pieces because she's just getting into junk journaling, and she says she wanted to send me a happy mail. So she has, and it's lovely because we haven't really had a chance to see each other with the virus and everything, and being in another local lockdown. So it's been nice. It's been so nice to get a little package. So she's written me a little note, just to say thank you, package of goodies. I so enjoy crafting, and that's down to you. Oh, thanks Mandy, inspiring me to take it up again. Well, you've always been good at this kind of stuff, Mandy. And some pumpkin spice I came across on some free downloads on Pinterest. Fortunately it didn't print very well. Print coffee dye. Hope you use these in your autumn journal. Oh, I'm sure I will, absolutely. A little something from me for a change. Don't be silly, I don't mind sharing me things. Oh, and a little notebook idea is pinched from your favourite, the lovely Gail. Oh Mandy, you know me well, I love Gail Costanelli. Right, let's see what we've got. I'm so excited. Oh wow. Oh, lots of lovely tissue. Wow, wow. Oh my word, oh my word. Mandy, these look absolutely amazing. Look at this. Oh my gosh, a little cluster. Oh, it's got the autumn leaves. Oh Mandy, I love it. This is definitely going straight in my journal. Oh, look at this. Look at this fabric, isn't that gorgeous? And the colour of the ribbon, it's so my aesthetic. Oh, is this the little notebook you were talking about? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oh, I love that. Absolutely going in my journal, man. Oh, isn't it nice to get something like a present just to cheer up? Oh, that's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And you sent me some of the fabric. Yay! I'm going to make a fabric flip with this to go into my journal. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, look, a napkin as well. Oh, you know, that's going in the journal straight away. Oh, so excited. You know, she's only been junk journaling for a short while, but look how good she is. This is a little booklet inspired by Pam. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, look at that. That's absolutely amazing. I love that. Dreams. It says books I read. Yeah, that's me. My sister now. Oh, look at that. Mandy, you're just amazing. I love these. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow, considering you haven't been like junk journaling for long. Wow, I'm blown away. Oh my gosh, it's an open up one. I love it. Herbs. I know where that's going. Look at these lovely flowers. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. And this is with the napkin. It makes a lovely background, doesn't it? It's absolutely amazing. Make art. Well, you've certainly done that, girl. You've certainly done that. Oh, pumpkin. Oh, look at this one. When you were old. Are you trying to tell me something? Remember, you're 6 years older than me. When you're old and grey and full of sleep and nodding by the fire, take down this book and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes had once on their shadows deep. Oh, Yeats, one of my favourite poets. Look at this. Oh, what a wonderful belly band. Oh my god, it's got so many layers. Oh Mandy, that's wonderful. Yep, that's definitely going to go into the journal. Oh, that's that paper you bought, you were telling us about. from the works. We were sitting like having a little show and tell with each other. Pumpkin spice and everything nice. I love that. Oh, is that the pumpkin you're talking about, the image? No, I like that kind of faded look. I think it looks really great because you've got almost a ghost image coming through, and I love that. That's exactly what you need, like for autumn. Oh, look at this stenciling. You've been blending your inks. Good girl. I love it. Mandy, I love it. Thank you so much. I absolutely adore these. And for my first Happy Mail, I am absolutely over the moon with it. Thank you so much. I'm so glad it was you. Is this the one that was from Pam at the Outpost? Oh, right, I see. It's lovely. Absolutely good. Oh, all of these are going into my journal and I shall treasure them forever. Thank you so much, Mandy. I just absolutely love them. You are a star. Now I'm going to have to make a little package up for you. Oh, and I'm not finished. She also bought me these, which are stamps, and she says she got them from Tiger, which is a Scandinavian shop. We've got some ink. Let's see what we've got. We've got approved, rejected, top secret. Is that so I can put top secret things in my journal? Oh, that's amazing. I love them. And it comes with a nice little wooden box as well. That's gorgeous, man. Wow. And there you can see them stamped. I hope you can see that on the camera. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Thank you, Mandy. I absolutely love them. In case I haven't told you, thank you. And some nice twine as well. I mean, you can never go wrong with twine. Right, I'm doing a craft with me. So this is what I've come up with. It's a new piece of ephemera, and yes, it's autumn themed because it's like, you know, it's autumn. And I was just playing about with some pages, and now I've got this book of music, and the paper is really sturdy, and I thought I need to make something with that because yeah, it's good for collage, but it's really sturdy paper. So I came up with this, and this is to say, this is your journal. Wait a minute, let's find my journal. Where is it? I've got my journal. So the idea for this is that it will sit on the edge of your page and it'll get paper clipped on. So let's find a paper clip, and hold on a minute, this is a funny paper clip. There we go. And it'll sit like that on the page. So I mean, you don't have to put it over like that, you can just pop it in if you wanted to, but it opens up, and I've used some of the book pages from the Ladybird books because yes, I absolutely adore them. And then these flip up, so you've got lots of writing space, lots of journaling space, and then you have two nice pockets here as well. And in each one I've just popped in, these are just what I've just popped in myself. This is from the collage I did, and these images are from Mrs. Coggs, and it's called Pumpkin Patch. I'll pop a link down below. And I just thought, I mean, you could fill this with much more if you wanted to, but I just thought, isn't that a great nice little kind of, I suppose it's kind of like a little tiny folio to pop on the edge of your page and clip it on to add extra space and a little bit of extra decoration. So on the front I've got the doily with the squirrel, and these are just fussy cuts that I've took out of books, and then again the Ladybird books, and then these are the fussy cuts from books, different books, and then this is one of those washi stickers, so that the whole thing is decorated on each side, so that when you initially look at it on the page you're going to see this lovely mushroom, and then when you turn it over you've got that lovely little squirrel. So let's get on with it. So I'm going to get my cutter down, because the first thing I need to do is to cut the page to size. Now I'm just going to literally cut around the where the music is, because I think it works out about the right width and everything. Now it'd be nice if I could use the full page and do it that way, because as you can see the music is going sideways. I'm not bothered about that, but if you wanted it to go the right way, then just fold the page in half. Let's go another page, and literally you could just fold the page in half. It's going to be smaller in width, but not that much really. And then you can, you know, you've got the music going the right way. It's up to you. That's a personal choice. I'm really not bothered because I think the decoration, you know, it makes up for it. And I've never really been bothered which direction my music goes. I can't understand it anyway. I wish I was musically minded. I really do. But seriously, I've never been able to understand music. I know when I was, well, God, I would have been about 12 years old. We had a school orchestra, and we were allowed to try out for the different instruments and that. And I know that I desperately wanted to learn to play the flute. But of course, those instruments went very quick. And by the time it got round to me to choose mine, all that was left was the French horn. If you've ever heard the French horn, it's yeah, it's a lovely instrument, and in an orchestra it's absolutely gorgeous, but yeah, it doesn't leave much scope for the imagination. So let's just check the sizing on this before I put this away. So I've got this, it's just about 18.5 centimeters by just under 20, I would say 23.5. Again, sizing, it doesn't really matter. You can make this as big or as small as you want. It's all personal preference. So I would say just make it to whatever size you want. I mean, you might have different book pages. I'm just looking for my bone folder. That are different sizes, or you might want to make a smaller one just so that it sits just on the edge of your page. That's fine. Just make it whatever size you want. And now I'm just literally going to fold it in half. So yeah, so I got this French horn, and at the time we had an Alsatian called Sultan, and he was a lovely dog. I miss him so much. He was a big German Shepherd, and he was so soft. He was so gorgeous. He was such a lovely dog. I'm just going to ink this before I do any more. And yeah, so this lovely German Shepherd who was soft as clots, every time I tried to practice the French horn, he would just sit and howl. We tried everything. We tried putting him outside in the yard while I practiced. We tried me practicing upstairs and him being downstairs. We tried everything, but every time I practiced this French horn, he would just sit and howl. So in the end, Mum and Dad were like, nope, you can take it back. We are not having that. Because you know if you've ever played an instrument, you've got to practice quite a lot, and the thought of the dog sitting howling for hours while I'm making just as much dire racket upstairs was just too much for me Mum and Dad. So that was the end of my musical career. I think I had it for all of a week. And I never did get round to learning the flute. But I do have a recorder, and every now and then I try and learn the recorder. And I've got to say, yeah, no. I've never mastered it. I'm just not dexterous in that kind of way. I don't know. I'll stick to the crafting, I think. But yeah, when it comes to reading music, it's like a completely foreign language to me. I had a friend who was, you know, could look at a page like this and she could whistle you the tune, and I'm like, how do you see a tune in that? I just see lines, dashes and dots. But I guess, you know, when you're musically minded, when you understand what music is. Right, now the next piece. Let me find out where we are. Right, so I want to keep the direction of the music, because if you see on these pieces I've kept the direction the same, and on the pockets I've kept the direction the same. So I'm going to do that. Now I did have some pieces of music cut out, and I think I've moved them. Not to worry, I'll cut some more. Right, so I'm just going to cut another piece. and it doesn't really matter, you know. I'm not going to measure it down to the last centimetre. I don't need to. I'm just going to eyeball it. I like those little, there's probably a word for these, a name for them, but I call them these squirrely lines. The musically minded among you are probably cringing right now. The squirrely lines. Right, I'm going to eyeball this. So I want these are going to be the flip downs. I want them to be obviously slightly less. So I'm going to go to about that line there. Like I said, I'm eyeballing this. You can measure everything. If you're a person who likes to measure, then please do, because, you know, I've always been an eyeball girl. So see, I've got a little bit of room on either side, and that's what I want. I don't want them like overlapping. So I will try and cut the other one exactly the same. And we'll see. Do we have it? I'll try and get it. There we go. Right. I think my blade needs sharpening because it's leaving all these little bits on the side. I think I need to get either get it sharpened or get a new blade. It only does it on certain paper though. Right, again I'm going to eyeball this. So it's going to go to the top, and I want to leave it just about a centimetre short, or just half a centimetre short of the bottom. So I'm going to go to about that line there. There we go. And there's our flip downs. Perfect, perfect. Now our pockets. Now remembering I want to go across, the pockets are going to have to go this way. So again, I'm going to eyeball it, and I'm going to make them. Now on this one you can see the pockets, I've made it the same size, but then I've like cut it at an angle so that it doesn't, like, it's not going to cause this not to fold, and it's not going to hang over the edge of this side. So I will fold them in. I will cut this to about the same size. So where's my other one? So no, that's not it. I'll get that eventually. So it's probably about, I'm going to say, you know what, I'm going to put a little mark because I want this to be perfect. Right, so it's 11, yeah, just under 12 centimeters. Okay, so be about there. You don't have to be that precise. You can cut the pockets to whatever size you want. I tell you what I have done. I don't want this border down, so I'll put that aside and I'll use that for something else. Don't worry, it'll come in handy. And I'm going to cut it so that it's all music. Right. There we go. Okay. Now, the depth of the pockets is up to you. I think on this one I did it at about 7.5. I'll do them to 8. So first of all, let's cut off this piece here because I don't want a border on this one. Now I'm going to say about 8. The depth of the pocket is going to be about 8 centimeters. There's one. And there's 2. There we go. Right, now these are going to be the pockets, so I'm just going to get all these fuzzy bits off. You can see where it's leaving the, I don't know if you can see. You see all these fuzzy bits it's leaving on the side. It definitely needs a new blade, I think, or it definitely needs, I don't know, does anybody know how to sharpen the blades on these cutters? Because can you sharpen them, or do you just need to buy a new one? Or maybe it just needs cleaning out. Probably. Right. I should be kinder to my equipment. I really should. Right, now, as I said, I'm just going to cut a simple angle because I want to make sure that these don't constrict the I'm trying to line them up so that I get them both the same. They don't have to be perfect. I mean, you know, it's difficult to get these things perfect anyway, isn't it? Just get it as close as you can. There we go. Now let's just give that a go. There we go. Measure them up and see if we've got it right. I'm going to take a smidge more off this side, just off the bottom. Yep, that's about right. Let's see this one. Yeah, that needs a smidge more too. And it's all about just lining everything up. Like I says, I'm not a measure girl. I just like to eyeball everything. And it usually works out okay. So I keep on meaning to put some time aside and learn how to do the flute. The problem is, not the flute, the recorder. I get frustrated with it, but then I see like 4-year-old kids learning how to play it. But then I'm tone deaf, I really am. I mean, if you could hear me sing, and it's not something that I recommend. But yeah, I don't have a musical voice at all. I cannot sing. Doesn't stop me from singing. You know, what is it they say? Dance like there's nobody watching, sing like there's nobody listening. That's me. That's what I do. Not so much the dancing. I'm not a dancing person, but definitely the singing. But yeah, I could clear a room. Terrible. But yeah, I get frustrated because it's not something that I can, it's, you know, some people are just natural at things. When it comes to crafting and to sewing and anything to do with fabrics, yeah, I know, I seem to intuitively know what I'm doing. But when it comes to music, no, it's just an absolute nightmare for us. And it's a sadness because it's something that I've always admired in other people. The ability to just belt out a song or play a lovely instrument. I mean, one of my favourite things, one of my favourite fictional characters, Sherlock Holmes. What does he do when he needs to relax? He plays his violin. Yeah, I've always envied the musically talented. But then I guess that's the way it goes, you know. Everybody envies the thing that they can't do, don't they? Gonna definitely have to sort that out. I don't want to go back to having to use the big one, but it's too bulky to pull around in that. But definitely need another blade, I think. I know you can use silver foil to sharpen. Well, I mean, I do use silver foil to sharpen me me cutters, and that's a great way of sharpening them, but I have no idea how you would go about sharpening the guillotine. What's up, sweetheart? Oh, thank you.
Want you some tea?
Thank you.
Oh God.
Nice cup of tea. Thank you so much. Oh, isn't that sweet? I just love a good cup of tea. Oh, perfect. Just what you need on a cold autumn day. Oh, I've got myself sorted for the weekend. I'm gonna get all my soups out, and I'm gonna make a couple of big batches of soup. Because I'm just in the mood for soup, because it's my favourite thing to eat in the autumn. Leek and potato soup and I think I'm going to try a roast pepper one this time. But yeah, butternut squash, roast butternut squash. Oh, lovely. Right, so now we just need to put things together. You can cut a notch in these if you want to. I'm not really, it doesn't really bother me, so I'm not going to bother. So I'm just going to show you again, just because I don't think I made it quite clear, the shape of the pocket. So you can see I just cut up slightly so that it's kind of narrower at the top, and what that does is it just helps when you've got your pocket in situ. It's not stopping that from closing, it's not being too bulky. So let's get this glued down, and then we can play with decorating, and that's always my favorite part. I'm just going to glue 3 sides to make the pocket. There we go, and we'll get one down, and if it's slightly over at the edge you can always trim it off later. Just try and get it as close to the edge as possible. There we go, and see, we've now got our music running the right way. Yep, have I? Yeah. I thought for a moment that I got them going the wrong way. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it's like a foreign language to me, so it won't be lost on me anyway. Right, and again, as close to the edge as possible. There we go. And now for this one, this is where your scraps come in handy, because see this nice little scrap I've got here? I'm going to make this into a hinge. Actually, I could even use this one. Let's see, so we have another thicker one. There we go. Right, so these are just the edges of the music paper, so I'm just going to use them to make hinges. So I'm literally going to cut them about the same size as the paper flip. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to trim all these little horrible bits off because they're just bothering me. Yep, that's about right. And I'm going to do the same with this one. There we go. This one doesn't seem to have many bits on. Right, now what I might do, I'm just going to use the corner cutter just to give it a more finished look. I just think it just, you know, it adds to the overall aesthetic. You could just leave them. I think on that one I just left them, and it still looks good. But this way I'm just adding, and you can see, I hope you can see the yellowing on this page. This is beautiful patina that has come from age, and I'm not going to lose that because it's going to be part of the overall piece, so that's good. Right, now I'm just going to fold these in half. You could use your scoreboard if you wanted to be exactly precise, but just to do 2 edges, I'm not 2 hinges, sorry, I'm not going to bother. Get a really good crease on that bone folder. And then same on this one. And this is another great way of making sure that you don't lose scraps, because somebody might look at that and think, well, that's a waste of time. I keep little bits like that. One, because you can do your paper weaving with it, or you can do franken paper with it, or you can use it for things like these hinges, because that's really good quality paper, and it's old and it's vintage, and it's better than using, like, cutting another piece of paper that you could use for something else. So I always keep scraps like that. I've got a little, well, you know me, I've got little tubs of little different types of scraps everywhere. Yes, I think by now, if you've been watching me for a while, you know. And if you haven't, you'll soon learn. I throw nothing away because everything can become something else. But see, this is the world we have to live in now, when everything has to be recycled and renewed, because, you know, it's, there are not infinite resources, and this is something that I've definitely took over in my craft. You'll hear me say it so many times, don't throw that away. The kids will say it as, Mum, seriously, let it go. You know, what you're going to do with that? And I'll like, give me the challenge and I'll show you. Oh my word. Yes. Yes, I'm terrible. Can't throw a thing away. Right, now I'm just going to make sure these are going the right way. That one's not. Right, is that right? No, that's wrong. Right. Okay, I'm confused.com. Aha. Haha. Hey, I worked it out. Look at that. Right, let's go a little bit of glue on here. The idea of using the hinge instead of like trying to cut this out of one big piece of paper, which would be difficult anyway because you'd have to have a huge book to get something like this out of one piece of paper. But the good thing about using the hinge is that it's, you know, it's extra reinforcement for your piece. I'm just going to put it this way so I can see what I'm doing. And it looks very pretty in the finished product as well. And you can do lots of different things with your hinges. You can make them out of very decorative paper, and that just adds another accent to a piece, which is really nice. Right. Which way am I going? Okay, right, here we go. There we are. Now I want to try and get this as close to the top as possible because I want this piece to be able to flip right up so that you can journal on it. And if you don't have it as close to the edge as possible, then the paper's going to stop you from doing that. So if you see now, this opens up great. If it was any lower than this page, so if you were to put it like a little bit lower, it stops it from opening up properly. So you want to try and get that right at the edge. Right, now, next piece. Okay. If I manage to get all this going the right way, I'll be absolutely astounded. So that's right. You're all screaming at me. Not that way, Eileen. Right, let's see. Do we get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? Here's the test. Yay! Yay! I managed. Not like me. Okay. And again with this one, I want to try and go as close to the top as possible. I don't want anything to hinder it opening up. Try and get it so that it's about the right size. There we go. There we are. Perfect. Yeah, there we go. And you see those hinges, it just gives an extra aesthetic to it that I kind of really like. I like that kind of, yeah. And it's because it's the same paper that we've used, because I'm using the edges, the colour match is perfect, so you don't have to worry about it like looking different. Now, so we come to the decorating. Now, I have somewhere, and I'm about to find them. If you could see my craft room, you would weep. I've got some bits and pieces to decorate with. Right, let's see. I am just looking for them. Here we go, I've got them. Right, okay. Now, we have a whole store of different images. So, I think, oh, that would be a nice one for it, wouldn't it? to have that on one side. Do we have anything big to go on the other? I'm just gonna sort there Mrs. Cogs, and I want to look through them and then them, and then I'm just moving everything out of the way so that I can get at the bigger images. Oh, that's not quite big enough, but that might look okay on the back, so I might put you on the back. Oh, look at that owl. I'm just grabbing bits from here and there because I'm not sure what I'm going to use. I kind of like them. Okay, we'll keep them out because I want to use them. Where's the... See, what I would like is a nice big mushroom image. I don't know if I've got any big mushrooms. Aha! There we go. Ask and you shall receive. So we'll have mushrooms on one side and pumpkin on the other. I like that. Okay, we've got those images sorted. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to put this on the back. Yep, I like that. Do I have another one of these? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay. Maybe. No, the leaves are too big. Okay. I'm looking. Maybe these leaves. Nope. Wrong colour. Nope. Okay, we'll just go with the pumpkin and I'll give it a background. So we've got that. Now we want the front. Now I want a nice piece on the front. So what are we going to use for the front? And I wonder if give it a little bit of a Halloweeny spooky kind of feel. And then we've got the black cat on the back as well. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Okay. And then it's going to have a different feel, isn't it? Right, now on the pockets. Let's see. So I want to use those. Yeah, I think they look really nice. And I want to use something inside of those. So let's see. That one looks nice. Maybe some berries. Kind of like that. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm just having a quick look to see if there's any others. No. Those berries are the best so far. I don't want to go with the apples or anything. I really love that owl. I wish I had another owl. It's a bit big anyway, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Right, so I'm going to do that. Now I've got my decorations sorted. Right. I'm not going to mess about anymore. And let's have a look at these. I like those two. We're going to do a bit more Halloweeny, so let's go with... I like those two. Yeah, perfect. So there's two things. And I'm just going to move all of these out of the way. Right. I wasn't going to use those, was I? No. Right, okay. So this is going to be a little bit more Halloweeny. Now, for the background, what am I going to use for the background? So let's see what I've got. I've got some nice bits of paper. I don't want anything too dark because I'm using these colours. So let's see. Don't want music. Not keen on that. The wood might be quite nice. Not sure. Nope. This is the problem when you've got too many things. So I'm trying to figure out what you want where. I'm not feeling any of those. So let's see, what else do I have? I'll tell you what I do have. I have some textured paper. I'm not feeling that either. So I'm going to carry on going because I've got some of these. Too bright, too busy. No, too much going on. don't want that. That one's, let's have a look, where's our pieces? No, far too busy. Okay, keep going, keep looking. Aha, I tell you what we could do, we could use doilies. So I do like the idea of the doilies. So let's see what this will look like if we had a doily on. First of all, the doilies are almost perfect. I might have to trim off a tiny little bit. Actually, I think that looks quite cute. Where's the other one? Where's my mushrooms? Now what I might do is use the darker one for the mushrooms. Is that just one? It is. Use the darker one for the mushrooms because I think that brings it out a bit more. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, yeah. And that's going to go with the theme that we're running. Okie dokie. So let's get these done. I'm just going to move my little bits out the way. Get me glue. Oh, me tea. I keep forgetting. Can't beat a good cup of tea. Right. I'm just going to put some glue on this, and I'm not going to put loads around the edge because I don't want to tear my glue stick up, and I don't want to tear the delicate lacy bits at the edge of the, and it's okay if they're not completely stuck down because they don't have to be. Try and get it somewhat central. In fact, it'll add an extra dimension as they lift a little. There we go. Now let's get some inking done, because there's no good inking everything else up and then not inking up my bits, my decorative bits I should say. Oh, I'm dying to play in my journal now with all those lovely things Mandy gave us. Dying to go and look at look for a page that I can set up for them. In fact, I think I'm going to do a sister's page. Mandy, I might look at all our old photos and get out the embarrassing ones. Make a sister's page. Oh, right now she's thinking I'm going to kill you. I'm the queen of embarrassing photos. Oh my, oh my. See what you've done? Yeah, I like that. That looks really cute. It's simple, but it's powerful. I like it. Right, let's get this one on. You know what? When you feel, and it just feels like it's more than one. The other one felt much more delicate than this. No, it's definitely just one. Okay. And I like these doilies. They've almost got a pumpkin motif on them. Right. Let's see. Get that lined up. Is that about right? No, it's a little bit high. Is it? Yeah, it needs to come down just a touch. I'm just arguing with myself, folks. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you can see this bit here. It's almost like a pumpkin, like within the pattern itself. Right, let's get some ink going. This is out of an Edith Holden book, this one. Because, I mean, you can't beat Edith Holden when it comes to flora and fauna. I've just bought a new Edith Holden, and it's the cookbook. It's like the notes on cooking, the country diary notes on cooking or something like that. And it just came this morning. I bought it off eBay because I was thinking, you know, I'm down to my last two Edith Holdens. And obviously I haven't been able to get round to the vintage and second-hand shops because of the virus, so I was panicking. And then I saw the cookbook one. I was thinking, my daughter had mentioned that she wanted a cookbook, and I was like, I'll make you a junk journal cookbook. She was like, oh Mum, would you? And then I was thinking, yeah, I'll make it for Christmas, and it'll be like a little present for her. So when I saw the Edith Holden one, I was like, oh, absolutely, because I'm going to use the book itself to make the actual cover, and then I'm going to use the pages inside as do I need to ink those? I'll give them a little ink to make the recipe cards, because it's just set out beautifully, and I just thought that Edith Holden feel, it's just absolutely perfect. So yeah, I was pleased with that. I didn't realise there was such a big range of the Country Diary products. I mean, I know there's a lot of you can buy all sorts, and I managed to find the decorative papers, like craft papers, which were Edith Holden, and they've been absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I could only find the 6x6 paper book, but it had some nice little die cuts as well, so I've got that there, so I think I'll add them in too. I'm really getting excited. We'll have to make it on camera, and you can give me hints and tips and tell me what you think of it. But I'll just have to tell her not to watch the videos until later, because otherwise she'll see our Prezi. Oh, that's lifting a little bit. There we go. Right, now these are you kind of get them, they're like a die cut. You get them in sheets and you just snip them apart, and I got these from Tiger, which is a Scandinavian shop. They've got a nice little craft section, and you do find the most beautiful bits in there, and these are just gorgeous. I mean, the images are really good quality, the paper's really good quality, and they've got a variety of different ones. You can get angels, you can get fruit, you can get leaves, you can get Victorian people. So yeah, if you I don't know about America, but I know in England there's a few Tiger shops dotted about the place. If you get a chance, pop in, because they've got some really good ones, and I think at the minute they've got a bit of a sale on. I think they're only 2 for £1, and you get about 8 or 9 images on each sheet. So that's, you know, for £1 you're getting 16 of these lovely little die cut images. It's well worth it. And if you've got them in America, Tiger, it's a Scandinavian shop, then yeah, give it a go, because they are absolutely gorgeous. Right, let's go. Is it that way or that way? I don't know which way I want to place this. I know it should be that way, but I want it to go this way. I'm going to put it with the little berries at the top. Knock these over a bit. There we are. Right. Oh, they look cute. I like that. There we go. And then I think it's not going to be too Halloweeny. It's just going to be a nice kind of, you know, just a nod to Halloween. Just a little hint at Halloween. That's what we'll call it anyway. It's a nod to Halloween. What I might do then is use, I wonder what it would look like. Is this going to be too bright? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No, I don't think I want to use that one. There is this one, but again, no, absolutely not. That just doesn't work. Okay, right. Let's see what else we've got. We have that would work if I tear around it. What I might do is I might glue it on first and then tear around it, and then that's just going to give it a backing. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to go a new glue page because this one's desperate. So I hope everybody's having a good autumn out there. I know I was talking to Jo Beth, she left me a comment to say that it's still really hot where she is. If you get a chance to pop over to Beth Sexton's shop, channel and shop. She's got an Etsy shop. I'll drop the links down below because yeah, she's great. But yeah, she was saying it's really hot, and I know that a lot of people have been having like the forest fires and that in America. We've got some really nice days actually. We've got the back end of a storm coming in from the Atlantic, and that was a bit rough for a few days. But other than the wind, we were really lucky. We got away with most of it. But no, it's been quite nice. I mean, it hasn't been too cold. We're still swimming. So yeah, it's fun getting in to the sea. It's an experience. I'll just put it that way. But it's not unmanageable. I mean, it's not to the point where I'm thinking I've got to stop because, oh yeah, that looks cute. I like that. Because I like that once you get in and your heart starts beating again, you can get your breath. I like that it's cold because I think I can swim further. When I'm in the swimming baths, I think they keep them a little bit too hot, the ones that I go to anyway. And I think that stops me from wanting to swim as much, because when I get hot and bothered, I can't, you know, I cannot be bothered with it. But with the sea, it's different because you can get in and it's so cold, and that's great because it just keeps your body temperature to the point where you want to keep moving. Well, you've got to keep moving, really. You can't stop. I think I'll do the same with this one. I didn't ink the last one, but I am going to ink this one. So yeah, I prefer it being cold. It's like when I used to run. I used to love running. I fell over one Christmas on some ice, and I did a lot of like soft tissue damage on my knee, and it's never properly healed. So every time I try running again, I get so far in and it's too painful. It hurts too much. So yeah, but when I used to run, I preferred running in the winter because I'm just not one for the heat. I never have been a sun baby, but yeah, I just couldn't get away with the heat. I prefer like the exercising in cold. So it's good in the sea in that way. Certainly is cold. But yeah, it's better. I think it's better that way. I'm just going to lift the edge of this pumpkin while it's still wet, so I want the crow's feet to just slightly behind it. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. I know not everybody likes crows, but they are my favourite. Well, ravens, crows, magpies, the whole corvid family is just my favourite kind of bird. I do love owls, and I do love birds of prey, which I've been very lucky to be able to handle on many occasions. But my favourite memory is when I got to handle the raven, sorry, and it was huge, and oh my word, I never thought they were as big as they are. But when you're up close and personal with one, it was massive. It was so heavy on my arm, I was having to really use the muscle to keep my arm up. And he talked to me. He stood and he had a full-on conversation with me. I was talking to him, he was waiting and he was listening, and then when I was finished talking, he was talking, and then he was pausing to let me talk. It was a full-on conversation, and the eye contact was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and I loved him to pieces. And I've got lots of videos and pictures, and I'm going to have to print one of the pictures off and I'll show you, because I might actually, that might end up in, I might do a corvid page and it can end up in the journal. And I'll print some pictures off of him because he was absolutely amazing. I can't remember his name now. That's sad. But yeah, it was lovely. It was one of the experiences in my life that really stuck with me, because the COVID family are absolutely my favourite birds. I'm lucky that in our garden we have quite a few magpies, and oh boy, do they keep us laughing. I mean, I don't know if you watch my videos from the spring when my sister-in-law was having a fight with them because they stole all of the filling out of our hanging baskets to make the nest with. Oh, it was hilarious. Yeah, I'm waiting for next spring and see what she does. She was talking about, she was mumbling under her breath about chicken wire and mesh and that, and I'm like, you're not going to stop them. Right, so we've done. Oh no, we're not done. We need to add the writing spaces, and to do that I am simply going to use my book. Now this is a notebook that I coffee dyed, and they're very easy to do. Get yourself a notebook, and then you literally make up your coffee dye solution, and you just paint each page, turn it over, paint the next page, paint that page, turn it over, and keep doing that and keep doing that. And then you want to put it somewhere where it's going to have time to dry. You want it to dry as quickly as possible because you don't want it to start going a bit funny. And then you end up with this, and it's just ideal. So every time you need to do some backing, you just rip a few pages out, and there you go. It's great. I might do a tutorial on how to do them. So I am again not going to be too fussy about this. I'm going to just, where's my rule gone? There it is, over there. So I'm just gonna is that wide enough? Yes it is. And I'll probably get both sides of this part out of this one piece. There we go. And it doesn't matter that it's going to cover up the hinges a little bit. If you want them to really show, then you know, you can just pull it a bit smaller. Let's do the same with this. I'm just gonna, there we go. That's going to be that one. No, is that going to be too wide? Actually no, it's going to be perfect. Okay, do the same here. Yep, perfect. Right, let's get these glued on. Oh, me tea. It's not very often that she makes us a cup of tea, but she is so good at doing it. She tries not to be because she knows that if I like her tea, then I'm going to ask her to do it more. Yeah. Oh, I got some lovely jasmine tea. I had a wonderful friend who I used to work with, and she lived, oh, where did she live? This is so terrible. Can't remember which country she lived in, but she was working with us anyway, on a work visa, and she was such a lovely person. I mean, absolutely fantastic, and such a great worker as well. I mean, there was nothing too hard to ask of her, and you know, she was just absolutely amazing. And she got this jasmine tea from home, and because she knew how much I love tea. And it comes in these tiny little boxes. It's beautiful, and I love fragrant tea, I really do. My favourite tea is Earl Grey, and so this jasmine tea, she used to bring the little boxes to work for us. Just such a lovely treat. So yeah, I'll miss her because her visa ran out and she had to go home, and I miss her. Vaya. If by any chance, Vaya, you're watching this, you are greatly missed. We all miss you, darling, and wish you could come back. Lovely, lovely girl. And I've still got some of your jasmine tea, Vaya. I haven't drank it all yet. Right, I think I need some more glue, so I'm just going to grab some from the other side of the table. Right, got it. Back. Right. Now let's do these bits. So I'm going to take it again. I am eyeballing. I know it's not like me to eyeball, but I am. It's just the way I craft. I mean, some people are very, you know, they have to have specific measurements, and they're very much into having everything perfectly measured, and I think that's absolutely amazing, because it's not something that I've ever been able to do. I don't have the attention span and the patience for it, sadly, because I know that sometimes eyeballing things just gets you into trouble because, you know, you could make a beautiful piece and you go to put the last bit on and you eyeball it wrong and it's ruined. But I never have been able to be one of these measurers and specific people. I think it's kind of like my philosophy to life. Just flow through and eyeball it and hope that you get it right. I don't think I've done too badly. There we go. Perfect. Now, last piece, and then I think we're done, and we can see what it looks like in the journal. I think I will keep this one for my journal, and that one that I made before as the example, I'm going to put that into the autumn journal that's going to be up on Etsy. Oh, it'll probably be the end of this week. I know it's a bit late, but you know, things happen. Oh, and I've got some exciting news. I've been making some more digital packs, and they will be up on the Etsy as well, but I'm going to have a an Etsy update video, because I've got a few bits and pieces I'm putting up on the shop, because the loaded pockets that I had, I'm down to the last few because they've been very popular. So I was going to try and do some autumn ones. I just did not have time to get round to it, but I have started making some Christmas ones, so they will be up on the Etsy store. But I'm going to do another video to show you and tell you. Right, so here we go. Oh, I'm not going to ink these just yet, because I'm not sure I'm going to use these actual ones, and I just want to make sure that, you know, which ones I'm going to put in first. But there we go. So we've got our lovely crow pumpkin and pumpkin on the front, our lovely kitty cat and pumpkin on the back, and then we've got our lovely mushrooms and pumpkin, our two flip ups. So you've got all this lovely writing space here and writing space down here, and then you've got two pockets to fill up with all of your glorious things. And if I bring the journal over, we'll see what it's going to look like sitting on one of the pages. Let's go a plain page, this one. Perfect. And then I'm just going to pop it on the page like this. There we go. Oh, that looks just too cute. Where's my paper clip? There we go. Perfect. And when you open it this way, you're going to see your lovely kitty cat, and that way I'm going to leave that there actually. That, you know, that looks really great. And then that's going to be part of the decoration for that. I might make that, so this side of the page I might do as a COVID page for me autumn birds, and then this side I could do as a kitty cat page, like a Halloweeny kitty cat. So that's going to be perfect. That one piece of ephemera is going to do two different themes, and it's just going to be a perfect place to stick all my little bits of ephemera. Brilliant. So I'm really enjoying that, and see, it doesn't add that much bulk really, so yeah, I like that. And there we go. So that's just a nice little flip out page edge, I don't know what to call it. But if you enjoyed it, drop a like on the video, and let me know what you think. And if you try making one, tell me how it goes. And you can add different things. You could put more pockets, and you could change the layout inside. It's a nice thing that you can just get to play with and make your own, and I just love it. It just worked out great. So if you like this video, drop it a like, put me a comment down below, tell me what you think. I always love getting your comments, and stay safe and happy crafting. Bye.